And away we go, cars out on track here, and there is our Grand Marshal for the weekend. Green flagging it, Yannick Dalmas, two-time winner of the race. He is also our driver's advisor for the stewards, and he is one of our safety car drivers.
Look what's occurred here. Looks like he did it. He was wide across the curbs there, way over the curb there.
Yeah, he'd already lost it on the left-hand side. You're right, Graham. He took a bit of curb on the right-hand side before even turning into that Ford chicane. And then as he's committed over the left curb, the rear didn't like it. He lost the rear there. And then when you get the weight transfer going to the right, it finally went around. So here's a look from onboard, touches the curb on the right, and already starts to lose the rear. Takes too much curb on the left.
Is the car okay? Hang on, is the car okay?
Yeah, the car's okay, but the car doesn't brake still.
Yeah, so he's saying that I'm pressing the brake pedal and it's not decelerating to the level that I would expect,
yes,
or how I'd want it to. So a complaint from the driver there, and sounds like from his comments that it's a known problem, something that's recurring, and hence his frustration. So although it may, and that's always tricky, we're talking about lack of visibility in all these cars, and at some point you're absolutely blind to when cars are coming around. But
little looping spin for the 150 Ferrari.
Castadio Toledo, Brazilian driver aboard that car, and I don't think he can get that out, can he?
No.
It might be lucky.
Yes, go on, go on. He's trying to spin the wheels and dig the car out, but also can't just get traction because it'll throw him across the road in front of fast-moving traffic. So he's got a double jeopardy here. He's on our side of the car, probably can't see the traffic coming, and is trying to dig himself out. I do feel this might have to be slow zoney.
To an LMP2 Pro-Am effort, but still won the class. And then, oh, big trouble here.
That's an Arnlix Mercedes, isn't it? That has got some damage. There's a yellow flag, of course. It's now a double yellow flag, but I fear we might be going for another slow zone or a full course yellow, because that might take a bit of shifting, depending on the extent of the damage, Graham.
Indeed. Bonnet was up on that car as well. Red flag indeed.
Yeah.
I think he's been in the wall.
oh yeah, he's lost it on the exit of the first corner. Somehow it's not completely flat out around that first corner. You are braking at the same time as turning, and we often see a car just spin around and end up in the barrier on the right hand side before turning into the left hand to get them up to temperature before 1 or 2 push laps. Engaged, mate, engaged. Don't you just hate that?
The exit is now open.
Race director Eduardo Freitas, yes, that allowed the cars out. So as you can see, headlights on. It's probably not quite as dark as the camera makes it look, but it will get darker and darker. And we always know about these cooler conditions helping lap time. So this is going to be interesting. Although it's not about chasing a time, it's really about getting the drivers through, as you say, that regulation requirement of the laps, but also getting a feel for the car in the dark for the circuit, because we've got, what, 35 Le Mans rookies. So this, for them, in the darkness is going to be absolutely crucial. A bit of confidence as much as some learning.
009 Aston Martin across the gravel. We are having issues with Bruce's microphone, as you may have seen at the end of Hyperpole, so we'll try and catch up with that. And Johnny, straight line in the chicane, never a comfortable feeling. It's a real kick in the backside.
It's a real awkward curve, that first, you know, the entry to the first Ford chicane.
Good spot. Right, somebody else going rally crossing, not with too serious a consequence, though, is there. 37 rather.
Yeah, 30.
Malikin Blomqvist Vautier car.
Yeah.
LMP2 LMGT3 will start at 6 p.m. Trouble for the number 8.
Where is that in the Porsche? No, he's hit a car.
That's a Ferrari.
Is that not Dunlop?
So there's Rio Hirakawa at the wheel there, on the way in, on an in-lap. Exiting.
Oh yeah, it's karting, is it?
That's the Kessel Racing car. That's the 57.
They've definitely made contact, haven't they? Is it the kink after the Porsche curves? You know, sometimes you just, you know, that
just after karting.
It's a bit risky through
Marshall
there.
Post 34 double yellows at 35. So that is the exit of the Porsche curves.
Yeah, it's that right-left kink
Let's have a look here. It's Ferrari's to the inside there.
Oh, yeah, so he was following another car through, and that's often so dangerous. It's, especially in the dark. You're following another car through. You're putting a lot of trust in. Look here. So exit karting, and the LMP2 goes through on the left, and you follow it through, and then the GT car hasn't seen it. Think, okay, the lights that were behind me, that car's gone. Now I'll turn back into my normal racing line.
Clatters the back of the Toyota.
That was that. Yeah, it's that classic case of thinking, I'm just going to follow this car through.
So Ria Hirakawa was aboard the Toyota. Casper Stevenson, I'm afraid, aboard the Kessel Racing number 57. Don't think that the Toyota collect the ball. I don't think it did.
I don't think it did, but just goes to show, doesn't it? That's why this race is so tough.
Drive along very slowly and quite easily, without any issues, without stop starting and like a race car would do. It's easy to drive at low speed.
Does it have flames coming out of the back of it like this?
It doesn't have that, no.
That's remarkable.
I remember seeing this last year as well. I was like in disbelief, and I'm still astounded at that. It's just so cool.
We'll confirm, by the way, I've just checked the notice board. The number 6 Penske Porsche has been disqualified from qualifying. So into Hyperpole goes the 009 Aston Martin.
If it was underweight, then that's a black and white rule, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
You can't. There's no wriggle room with technical regulations. If you fail,
FIA, ACO are very straight on these things.
You can't qualify a car that's technically illegal. It's just, like you say, it's a binary thing.
Yeah,
you either got a legal car
whether
or
it's
not.
5 grams or not, it
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does not matter. So
that's
big news.
That is the drama of the evening. Porsche, Penske Motorsport number 6, 963 out of qualifying and therefore out of Hyperpole, failing to meet the minimum weight, and that elevates into Hyperpole 1 tomorrow. The 009 Aston Martin Valkyrie. That is a remarkable turnaround.
Pit exit is now open. Free practice has started.
So, 3 hours of free practice. Like free practice 1 yesterday, Anthony, this is a big slice of track time, and this is absolutely critical. It's your really last chance to set the car up for the race. And that is at Marshall's Post 35.
That's the Ford Chicane.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
So that may need assistance.
Yeah, you can see the rubber lines just on the penultimate corner. Just spun it round on the left.
It's the 54. So that is the 54 car, and that car has who at the wheel at the moment?
Yeah, Thomas Floor.
It's Tom. What happened here?
Yeah, so just lost it on the left.
I'm afraid.
You see the GT cars take a lot of that curb as well. Maybe it was just a little bit too much that time. And another victim of the low grip surface that we have today.
That's number 9 now. Is that still Jonas Reed at the wheel of that car?
That is Jonas Reed.
And he's only just left the pits.
That's down at Indianapolis, isn't it?
It
Turn
is.
11.
Now, has he just nosed that in, or has that made a more substantial contact? Either way, the only route of that is going to be at the end of a rope. A favoured spot for those looking for an incident.
Such a tricky braking zone. Yeah, you just lock the fronts and turn in, and obviously the thing doesn't steer anymore. As the contact's not the biggest issue, it's just getting stuck in the gravel trap. And
you're not the first to say, actually, I was kind of distracted by the track for the first time. And I sort of think that there ought to be a rookie session where first timers just go out and drive the track for half an hour just to get that out of the system, and then they can really focus a little bit. This is the 83 Ferrari that's second quickest, just slightly miscuing the entry to the pit lane there, Anthony.
Yeah, not the first car we've seen do that this weekend, and you're always trying to push the limits, aren't you, into that series of corners, because it's not actually where the pit lane speed limit is. You're far from it at that point on the track.
I'm just so excited that there is a really broad spectrum of manufacturers in the top class. Whoa.
There's
Speaking
another
of
one.
Martin.
Is there some gravel down there in the chicane? The number of cars that have gone off, I think there rather might be.
We were watching up in the Ford Hospitality. It's just next to the 2 chicanes, and yeah, so many seem to be getting their entry wrong to it, carrying too much speed in and couple into gravel. And there must be some gravel on the track. Oh dear.
It was blue and black. I thought, hang on a minute, that's the 25 Algarve Pro car. It's not. It's the Pure Racing, CLX Pure Racing car.
It's on the Monzan.
Yeah, so he's clipped the barrier. I imagine he's outbraked himself into the chicane.
This is Alex Malikin, by the way, silver rank driver. Russian driver, but flagged in St Kitts Nevis nowadays is his racing licence. And yeah, I think he has clipped the barrier and exit, you think? That's where he would normally be there.
Yeah.
I'm about to see it.
Yeah, running wide.
Oh, he's trying to avoid the skid from the Iron Dames. So,
that was driver error, but not Alex Malikin's driver error. And there must be a lot of that, particularly when you're released in a pack like you are from the support pit lane. Chris, everybody's like whoosh out together. And actually, perhaps the slight trepidation of the track is why Chris Harris got a clean qualifying session. But by your session, yeah, we're all up for this. We're gonna large it, and then it all goes a bit.
That's a great excuse. I'll take that. There's something about it, and I think France do it really well. Like the Tour de France is another example that it's something that you don't have to be into motorsport to love Le Mans. You don't have to be into bikes to appreciate the Tour de France. And yeah, I think it's. Oh, there we go.
That was high speed.
Yeah. Now, didn't get to see the beginning of that, only the aftermath. Yeah, just ran out wide and offline, trying to go by the 90 Porsche.
Carrying too much speed in, I'm afraid, and trying to make the corner safely. But he is going to get that car back to the pits.
The drama's up at Indianapolis. What do we have here? Ferrari powering its way past 13 Chevrolet, and a brush between the two of them. 51 is James Collado, and at the wheel of number 13 at the moment is rookie Ore Fidani.
It's almost as if he doesn't even know that's happened.
Yeah, it's such a small tap, wasn't it? I know, obviously James just trying to open up the entry to the corner, but fortunately there was a Corvette there.
Getting a replay here of a troubled 28 out of LMP2. That's the Paul Lafargue Job van Aert at three-wheeler that he shares with Sebastian Alvarez. And a fine time to leave me loose wheel. Into the gravel it goes. Does it stand upright? Not quite. It's going to sit itself down.
That will not go down well with the steward's office either, if that was not attached properly.
It's done well to last as long as it has, if it has been put on the pits, or if it's been hit a curb or come off through an issue.
Virtually now, the lights go green at the end of the pit lane, but it is still really warm outside, and nobody is in much of a hurry to head for the campsites, are they? They're all still out there watching cars and drinking beer.
Well, with our aircon so strong in this box, I've gone back to my caravan to pick a top up because it's colder in here than it is outside. I think it might be pulled back.
Possibly. Front right puncture we're hearing, so that was the grinding on the floor. The car was low, so yes, splitter dragging on the ground, front right puncture, but he's elected to park it. The team, were this the race, would not be wanting him to park it. They'd be asking him to drag it back at all costs, wouldn't they?
Yeah, sparking, as you say. A lot of smoke, that's expired.
Yeah. Tyre gone pop.
Well, I think that's more than a tyre, isn't it?
Yeah, you can see the lights flash on and off. It looks like it's pretty terminal, and it looks just now like he's trying to get to a place of safety more than anything else, and hopefully get out of the car. It looks like he should get a relatively clear lap, this one coming up as well. So, yeah, he's there just to reference the car, hand the car over, and hopefully give Jamie and the others a bit more seat time in the dark as well.
And a spin for the Peugeot coming out of the last part of the chicane and just avoiding the traffic, or the traffic just avoiding it. That was a bit close.
It's that sausage again, isn't it?
Yeah. Sausage curb launching the Peugeot into a spin.
Again, a little plug for the full access on YouTube. If you go and search that, the WEC full access from Spa, it's get a good bird's eye view of the Peugeot going around there. Was there any contact there?
It looked very close, didn't it? It looked like there could have been a small amount of contact, but he did lose the rear, but it looked like it was very, very close to having a bit of a contact.